Yo, what's good, fam? It's your boy. We back with another video, and in this video, I really want to share a strategy that I use personally, and sometimes make $100 in the Forex market a day, if not more, honestly. But it's a really simple strategy. A lot of you guys may or may not already know this. But let's just get right into it. And if you're not making $100 a day, it's a reason behind that. Especially if you're doing this strategy the right way. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So to really just not waste any time and to dive right into this. Step number one, guys, you are going to identify the primary trend. So no matter what, whenever I'm trading, whether I'm doing this strategy or not, usually I go to the weekly, but I definitely always go to the daily if I'm not going to the weekly first. But I'll go to the weekly, I'll see what's going on in the weekly. So in this case, we can see that price is in an overall downtrend. Obvious, right? I mean, it's been in the downtrend since about 2018. So see an obvious downtrend on the daily. We're gonna go, the weekly, then we're gonna drop down to the daily, and we just doing the same thing on the daily, honestly, just kind of identifying what's going on. So, and guys, this is not here. Actually, we'll make it even sweeter for you guys, right? Do it here. Cool. So step number two, guys, is to identify support and resistance if there is any support and resistance. Okay. So right now we have a line of support here, and we got, actually, let's just make this super easy, because this tool here will also help us historically. There it is, hiding under there. This little bad boy, boom, and then you could go back and see, because it's just going to keep going back further and farther. So we got that there, and we got our line of support here. I actually placed two just for the hell of it, just in case. Let's fix that. Alright. Well, it still did it. Fuck it. Alright, so we got those plotted, guys. Next, the third step would to be create a channel if you can create a channel. What is a channel? All a channel is, it makes up support and resistance areas where price seems to come up, touch, go down, touch, come up, touch, go down, touch, all within the same range. Okay, a channel is all about being within that same range historically, for a matter of time before price decides to either go up or go down. So create a channel if you can create a channel. Like you guys can see here, we have a little channel going on here, prices over here, it's going here, going down here, but it's in the same range. The tighter the range, the better, because you can obviously kind of dictate what the price is going to do a little bit more than you can on the daily, on those higher time frames where you really have to wait to see what's going to go on. So let's see what price does. Let's play this for a little bit. So we got those. Just see what price is going to do. We obviously wouldn't create a channel, any other type of channel right now, because all we can see is prices down here, at the top, at the bottom, at the top, at the bottom. So let's see. Okay, so price came back down. It made a lower low than from the previous high, right? And then boom. Check this out, guys. Pay attention. Pay attention. It's gonna get real interesting real soon, and then you guys will start to see why. And then just wait on it, and boom. All right. So what we have here is higher high, right? Look, that's a higher high from this high over here, which isn't a high, but it's a high, right? This is the high that we got going on. Okay, and you got another higher high right here. So what does that mean? That means we're in an uptrend, right? Okay, cool. We're in an uptrend. Sweet, love it. But in the back of our mind, we still know that the overall market direction is in a downtrend. So no matter what, I know it's in a downtrend. So let's hit play and let's see what price decides to do. Boom, another higher low, and another higher high. Obvious uptrend. Okay, so let's go back to what I was saying before, right? Create a channel. Let's create us a channel, guys, because now we can create a channel. With anything in Forex, I usually wait on 2 confirmations before I decide to make any type of moves. Okay, so in this situation, we can see an obvious uptrend going on here, and price has definitely indicated that to us twice. Not because it's came and it's touched this area, but it's came It's made a higher high, so I mean, obviously we got an uptrend going on, right? And then down here we can see that price is, let's plot this real quick. You see that price is doing the same thing, and you plot that. Boom. So now, guys, we have us a channel, right? So what do we do with this channel? Like, okay, we know all this information. Well, how are we going to use this to make money? What do we do with this channel? Well, let's hit play and let's see what price decides to do. Because for one, we know prices came up here and it's touched this area a couple times. Historically, prices touch this area. Go down, prices historically touch this area. So when price touches this area, it's either going to do something crazy. It's going to come down and shoot up, or it's going to touch this area and shoot back down. So that's the beauty of the channel. You can kind of tell what price is going to do within a certain range, right? Not 100%, but you can almost be kind of certain. So let's see. Price comes down. We wouldn't be going in for a buy because we don't have a confirmation yet. I have seen no confirmation that indicates that a second confirmation or even a third confirmation indicating that we should get in for a buy, right? Let's play it somewhere. So we'll still be watching. We obviously will be watching this trade for quite a while. I don't see anything. I don't see price breaking this little area of this minor area of resistance here. It kind of did. It did close outside of here, but the more that it's touched this area, the more that it's validated. So I need price to come and really show me that it's strong, that it's really trying to make its way back up. And of course, guys, you can couple this with indicators. So a couple indicators that I like to use is like the MACD. I got an EMA on a 200 EMA. And mind you guys, I wouldn't be trading on the daily. I'm just doing this because I can't do rewind mode. But within the daily, you got a little bit more room for error. But I would definitely probably be on like the hour or maybe the 15. It all depends. So we got us a channel. We got us a uptrend, an ascending channel, right? So we know that the price is still going back up. But in the back of our head, we know that the market's still in the overall downtrend. And we got us a downtrend here. This is our overall downtrend, so we know price is in the downtrend. When price comes to this area, man, price is respecting that area, right? All right, so let's play it. Okay, and then boom. That would have been my entry point right there. That would have been what I needed to see in order for me to get into the trade, right? But mind you guys, I wouldn't have gotten this trade fully and decided, all right, let's ride it to maybe like up here, around here, kind of in this area right before it touches the top. Like, no. Why wouldn't I do that? Well, because first and foremost, that the market isn't super strong. It's not a super strong market. I feel like it's kind of neutral right now. I feel like the sellers are just as strong as the buyers, and that's the beauty of the channel. That's not always the case. You just have to know when that channel is starting to die out. And as you can see here, guys, price is starting to die out. It did make a higher high, but just look at this. Let's just take a look at this, right? You got an ascending channel. You got a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? I think we all on the same page about that, right? Okay, cool. Now, why did you say that then? Well, it's because this is what would have scared me, because this is indicating that it's some type of consolidation going on. It's either going to be maybe some type of breakout. It's going to be some type of reversal. It's going to be something. And consolidation is just a build up. Something is going to happen. We just have to wait and be patient to see what's going to happen. So if I was to get in this trade, guys, I just would have gotten this trade for right here. Literally, I would have got in. I seen this candle. Second candle starting to make its way up, and I mean, shit, just look where it closed at. It broke this area, so shit, I would have been in here. Literally, I would have been in here, long position. Boom, boom. That would have been my entry. That would have been what I was doing for a whopping. Is it 43 pips or 433 pips? I don't know if it's a decimal on like this. I always forget. But I'm sure it's 433 pips, so especially on the daily. So yeah. So that would have been a nice profit. And let's play it because price actually decides to do something quite different. So we're just watching it. We're watching. Let's see if price decides to make another higher high. And it does, right? So that would have been more pips. You could have stayed in there for more pips, okay? Right? You could have definitely stayed in this trade, made made some good pips off of that. But not me. I definitely wouldn't have gotten that just because I seen this consolidation here. I seen that the market is starting to kind of die its way out. You know, it's strong, it's in there, but the sellers are in here, y'all. Like, sellers are here. This is the sellers market. So I wouldn't even be trying to go in for a buy. Like, okay, so when I'm telling you for a buy, it's hypothetically, right? This is if people want to buy. Because with the channel, guys, you could do three things. You could ride the overall trend. So if I'm in a channel and I see that the overall trend of the chart is in a downtrend, in the channel, I know price is going to go up. I know it's going to touch it. I know it's going to go down. I don't know, but I'm sure you could ride the uptrend. But I'm not going to ride that uptrend because I know in the back of my head that price is in an overall downtrend. So I will definitely be looking to go short more often than I would be looking to go long, especially if price decides to do some crazy breakout shit and just go crazy. I would rather be in that shit long and just kind of get stopped out. I mean, rather be in the short and just get stopped out than for me to be in the long and price goes the opposite way and I'm fucked, you know? So definitely would be going in that short no matter what. Second thing you could do is ride the uptrend. You could just ride the uptrends. Like some people just ride the downtrends. You could just ride the uptrends if that's what you want to do. And third, you could trade both sides of the market. You could trade the uptrend and you could trade the downtrend, which is a little bit more risky, but like I said, it's on the daily, so I'm sure you got a lot bit more time to a lot more room for error and just to kind of recoup from certain things. So that's that. And the channel's created and boom. So yeah, guys, literally all you're doing is just selling when the market is at the top and you're buying when it's at the bottom, literally. And that's as long as price is continuing to respect what it's been doing. Okay. And then confirmation. How do I know I should get into this market? How do I know that I should be into this market? And I tell you that how I know to get into a market, like I said, 2 or 3 confirmations indicating that it's going in that direction, right? So, and it's not always 100%, guys. So definitely take a lot of this and really just kind of back test it and observe it and just see, because none of this is going to be 100% successful at all, like, literally. Like, I'll show you this perfect example, right? So here, I would have got in for a short if I wasn't already going short. Why would you went for a short? Okay, well, price closed below this trend line, this support line, this ascending support line. It closed below. It came to retrace, and then it came below. So I would have definitely, like, who wouldn't have been, right? Who wouldn't have been? But let's just pay attention. And then we get this, right? So we'd been like, whoa. We probably would have got stopped out there like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And at that point, that's when you as a trader, you need to sit back, not be in the trade, and just observe, because at this point, price, you know buyers are still trying to get back in there, so more than likely you're going to get stopped out, right? You just have to keep certain stuff like this in mind, right? Does price come and make a higher high? It does not. Price came back and below and retested that area again and came below and just keep going down. Look at that, guys. You see why I say this stuff? Sit back and just observe. Just sit back and watch. Sit back and look at an area consolidation and be like, okay, well, I know that if price comes down here, it might come and it might consolidate over here a little bit. Let me put a sell stop in or a buy stop, or let me just be patient and wait for my trade to be triggered. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out because I know my risk management. If I'm losing $20, if it's 2% of $1,000, I know that I'm only losing $20. That's fine. I'm comfortable going to sleep knowing that, okay, I'm losing $20 off one trade because that's my risk management, right? And then boom, guys, like literally, that's seriously, like after price came back down to this area here, price came around to this area, it did not make a higher high. It did not. I'm like, oh yeah, it came back down below again and retrace. Yeah, let me in that market, man. Let me get in there and get some buku cheese. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm not gonna make this super long. It's really simple, guys. You just find you a pair. You plot your support and your resistance lines, and as you can see, the support and resistance lines didn't necessarily even hold any weight in this trade because it was an ascending market. But we know that if price keeps coming down, that it can touch this area and potentially do whatever. So, and then another thing I want to know, guys, is that you do see this uptrend, right? Certain people are like, well, it's in the uptrend, shouldn't I have been buying? No, because, guys, we know overall, that is in a downtrend. So, no matter what, more than likely, more often than not, we'll be looking to go short than we'll be looking to go long. So I think that really wraps up this video. Like I said, I don't want to make this super long. I would have definitely made my money there, guys. I mean, let's just take a look at Let's take a look at what that would have been, right? So we here with it. We're watching price. Price is doing this thing. Price is doing this thing. It's doing this thing. It's doing this thing. Dun, dun, dun. And then it came back up, and we're like, okay, higher high. Nope. Came back down below that line. Did a retrace, and then boom, I would have got in right there. I would have got in. I should show you here. I would have got in right below this line here. That's where I would have got in. I would have got in here, and I probably would have got in here as well. So I would have gotten in the market a couple times, right? I probably would have gone in more than likely around here because there's less consolidation on historically in the past. So probably like around here. Boom. Let's let it play, y'all. No. We're jumping the gun. We're jumping the gun. I'm trying not to make this too long. So first of all, we got to set our stop loss because that's important. Mind you though, guys, I'm setting a 20 stop loss on in a day chart, right? So obviously if you're trading off of the day chart, you're trading for a little bit longer period of time, you might be swinging or something. So obviously your stop loss wouldn't be 20. You're gonna get stopped out, duh. So but that's just my stop loss. Okay, so we're just gonna assume that, I don't know, our stop is up here or we don't have a stop, but I hate saying that we don't have a stop. We gotta stop. You gotta have a stop. Can't have open end losses. Like, that's just horrible. You can wake up and be $1 million fucking negative. It could have been positive $1 million. Could have woke up and like, all right, I see, let me switch back and go the opposite direction. But whatever. Let's not get off topic. So we got that, and let's place our take profit. So where will we place our take profit at? So if I was to get in here, I would place my take profit around another area of some type of consolidation or some type of resistance, right? So I would place it maybe here because we're on a daily. We really don't even have to place it far. Like, honestly, we could just place it here at this area of consolidation, and we still catching good ass pips, guys. Like, seriously. So let's see if our take profit would be hit. Okay, and it definitely would have been hit. And well, we would have got stopped out there. Let's see. I hate entering it, fucked it up, but we might would have got stopped out there. But that's cool. It happens. Like I said, $20, no big deal. Like I said, I don't usually trade on the daily. Obviously, if we trade on the daily, we have a way higher stop, but it would have hit our take profit. I wish I wouldn't have hit enter so I could show you guys, but whatever. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm not gonna make this super long, like I keep on saying, even though I think I am making this long. But if you guys have any questions about this strategy, feel free to hit me up and let me know. Like I said, sometimes I made way over 100 and what was it? 100 and like, what did I make? That was a really good day. I want to say it was like around $130. It wasn't an intraday trade. I want to say it was a swing trade, but I don't entirely remember. But you guys, literally, you can use this strategy to make good money. Now, of course, it's always going to depend on your lot sizes and your risk and the things that you're able to do. But obviously, the more money you got in your account, the more money that you can make. And same goes for the money that you can lose. So keep that in mind too. But all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If you got any comments, leave them in the comments. If you want to subscribe and want to see more of me, please feel free to do. I truly appreciate it. And feel free to leave a like, guys, because it helps me get this information out to other traders so they can see this type of stuff and use it and maybe profit. I want you guys to profit. I want us all to profit. Let's be profitable traders. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Catch you guys later. Peace.